Mr., Mrs., Doctor. These are things that are called titles. You know what else is a title? The singles division title that's currently held by the dangerous one, Dan Murrell. That's a pretty good title. Dangerous, singles title, belt holder, whatever. Paul Oyama's trying to come after it, though.
Trying. He's going to go after it.
Yeah. So this match is...
Oyama.
Murrell.
Singles title match.
Fight.
What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
Yes, it is a good Schmoedown day today, because we have a match that we've been waiting for a while now.
Yeah.
Dan having to defend the belt again. That's always a good time.
Yeah, and Paul Oyama, who's now gone from a rookie beginner from the fan leagues to... He's undefeated and he's going for the belt.
Yeah.
And he's going to be... this would be, the youngest person to obtain the belt if he wins?
He would hold the record of being the youngest, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a good match.
This is one that I have been saying that I feel like is going to be one of the matches of the year. Low key, I don't know if people realize it's going to be a neck and neck competition. It's going to be pretty good. I mean, they both know their stuff, which for Dan, we're used to that by now. For Oyama, still kind of surprising.
I would like this to be one of those where it goes to sudden death and we're just answering question after question after question.
That would be wonderful. I would love that.
Yeah.
But that being said, if we're talking about the end of the match, we have to ask the question from the beginning of the match, which is, what you got?
Here's the thing. Dan's had that belt for so long. He's defended it over the total course of him having them. I know he hasn't defended. I think he's only defended it once in this current holding of the belt against Bibiani. But he's had this belt and defended it for so long in the past.
He lasted so long in the free-for-all also.
Yeah, I mean, Murrell really is a powerhouse in this.
Dan is Dan. You can never really vote against Dan. Dan's going to be Dan no matter what Dan does.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense. So, I mean, you got...
alliteration aside.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to go Dan on this. Dan's got to defend it, right?
But also, Paul Oyama is killing it. He is undefeated.
Yeah, but
he's
it's Dan.
from the fan league.
But it's Dan.
This is a fan coming up for the belt.
Fan versus Dan.
That's actually pretty good.
It's Dan.
Yeah. If Paul Oyama wins this, do you know what that would mean for the entire fan community? And in some small part, reactors as well?
I mean, maybe, I don't know if it would do anything for us, but...
No.
It would really upset Chance, though. I know that much. Why couldn't I be the first reactor? See, now you got me tripping. You got to trip me up.
Yeah, good job.
That's what Chance would feel like, knowing that Paul would win, and he'd be like, why not me? But, again, it's Dan. It's Dan.
Well, let's get into this match and see exactly who's going to be walking out with this shiny gold thing around his waist, or more than likely over his shoulder.
It's Dan.
You know I'm going to be just like you.
Thanos.
I'm going to start an infinity war against the Schmoedown. I'm going to take everybody down. I'm going to make you proud of me.
He's going to wipe out half the competitors.
Greetings, peasants! It is I, your new commissioner. But you will simply call me your captain. Now, my reign has been short, but I've already made it clear that I will be doing things the right way. My way. For far too long, this league has browsed over the true competitors and given ridiculous favors and rules favoring those who simply do not deserve it. Those days are gone. I've already been working tirelessly to clean up this garbage dump that Emma and Sam have been neglecting. First of all, the rules. What are they? No one knows. Week to week, they seem to change. There will be an official rule book printed out with rules that I will add my special touch to. too. This book will be available for those to reference when a problem
For 5 easy
arises.
payments of
Champions. I was the first Inner Geekdom champion, and if it wasn't for that Weasel Navarro,
there it
I
is.
would still be champion. Because I would have defended that belt until the day I left this earth. Today's champions will have to earn it. I was made aware that a champion only needs to defend a championship twice before gaining an automatic rematch. Gone! From this day forward, the champions will have to defend their titles four times before earning an automatic rematch. That's my rule, and it goes into play today. The free-for-all winner. Next year, Andrew Guy or McWeeny will win the free-for-all and receive a title shot of their choosing. There has never been an official set time of when this title shot has to take place. A full year from free-for-all to free-for-all. For example, Dan Murrell and William Bibiani have until next year's free-for-all to use their shots. And now this leads me to the tournaments.
Interesting. He only rules for 30
is where
days.
The system will work in my favor. Now, yes, my reign at the moment is from July 15th to August 15th.
Oh.
However,
Glad you brought that
the
up.
tournaments need a commissioner to run both tournaments. And I assign
Me.
myself
Yeah.
to be the commissioner for both the singles and team tournaments. So, I am creating a job that I am hiring myself to do. This current job is only a month long. However, my job as tournaments commissioner will run until the end of the season. I will set the brackets. I will make the rules. And I will determine the prize of the tournament. This is just the beginning. You think Kalinowski and Tad mixed things up?
Tad.
They tried to do it under the guise of fairness. This is a pure power trip. This is pure dominion. This is annihilation.
At least he's
And
honest.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dictatorship. I want to make you proud.
That's a fake laugh. It's real. This is a power trip. Yeah. I love it. I was wondering if Burnett was going to try to find a way to keep himself going past the month.
I mean, doesn't Christian have to approve it?
Yeah, man, that's my other question. Let's talk about that at the end.
I'm Christian Harloff, trying to class up the joint because my half-sleeve partner is here. Mark Baby Carrot, tell us, what's up, buddy?
That's right, Christian. You and I both don our Sunday best for a big matchup, and boy, what a 5-round extravaganza of movie trivia know-how we have in this Schmoedown. Paul Oyama, Dan Murrell. Oh, and there's a little bit of waist jewelry on the line.
That's
didn't
right.
know
it is
Mark
for the
Ellis had a
Movie Trivia
tattoo.
Schmoedown Championship of the
Yeah, there it
world.
is.
And man, what a
That's right.
journey it's been for the challenger,
In
Paul
there somewhere.
Oyama.
You never stop believing.
When you go, it's funny because
Now I gotta set the frame to your finger. No, you just make me look like an
There's
idiot.
Paul Oyama taking a picture with the champion, and
Hey.
that's when Paul came to a live event as a fan.
It's so adorable.
He came as a fan, right? And then he got himself in the fan
It was last
leagues,
year.
and he never lost a match. And
Or was it this year?
Chance Ellison, everyone was talking about. Chance Ellison is the fan competitor that's going to take the league by storm. Well, Paul Oyama said, nope, Primetime is here. And him in the dungeon, they've taken storm. They've gone 4-0, looking to become 5-0. Someone else that went 5-0 in their first season in singles,
Ethan.
Dangerous Dan Murrell
No,
did it back in
maybe not.
2016, where he won the championship. He won 5 in a row. Played you that particular year in the main event.
Trying to say
That
Oyama's
wasn't
a
me,
small
that was
Dan.
Santa Claus. That was
Santa
somebody
Claus, that's
totally
right.
different. I
That's
don't know
right.
who you're talking about.
But it's really, if you look at it, it's old school versus new school, and Dan Murrell is absolutely a legend of the game. The guy is 12-4. He has 8 knockouts. He's regarded as the greatest to ever play the game. Sorry, Sam Levine, but he's in the argument for sure. And it is one of those matchups. It is one of those matchups to where you see this new school competitor against the old guard. What's going to happen?
That's what I love. I love it when you're talking about athletics, whether it's basketball, football, golf, or movie trivia. I mean, you have people that grew up worshiping Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and then all of a sudden you're playing against them. Or somebody grows up, they want to be like Tiger Woods. They take pictures of them when they're kids, and all of a sudden they're competing against him on the golf course. That is the situation.
That's about enough of that.
Right now, and I'm fascinated by this. I cannot believe that we have kept this engine running as long as we have. Oyama was a little zygote when Murrell was beating people like me in championship matches, and now he gets to face him in one. He could be walking out of here with Dan Murrell's belt.
What's funny when you say that?
While Mark is good at announcing, he's not so great at math.
Be the youngest champion of all time.
It seems.
22?
If he can do it.
Oh, it's gross.
If he can do it. But he ain't gonna have and Dan Murrell, should he win today, by the way,
will be the oldest champion.
You know, this will be his 4th all-around title defense that he has had. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, and we are so excited to see how we got here today. Here we go.
Ready, boys?
We're calling up some kids to the major leagues here today, Danielle.
Paul Primetime Oyama is coming in from the fan leagues, follows in chance. He's our 2nd competitor that I plucked from the fan leagues. He believes that he'll be champion within his first 4 matches.
You know, you got Dan Murrell and Irwin and Roca and all these guys, and their time's up.
You've had a crazy year.
Champion of the world once again! Dangerous!
I love setting a new challenge for myself. I love for people to just get that much more fire.
We've seen you play some of the biggest monsters in this game. Like, who is out there that could still potentially rival you and challenge you?
Old McMurrell had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
I love Kaiser.
Danny boy, you better be ready. Donnie Darko.
And your winner! Number 1 contender racing Dan Murrell. Here's the real deal, Jack. Tonight, I'm unleashing the nastiest, most electrifying player in the game right now. His name is Primetime. He's 4-0. He's been studying with the Shaolin Monks. And baby, he's gonna rip that belt right off of Dan Murrell's stonewashed jeans.
Paul Oakenfold, whatever.
Paul
I
Oakenfold.
don't think he stands a chance here. He's playing the best of all time here. I mean, there was a picture 3 years ago. He took a picture with Dan.
Talk about a trash ball. You know, lots of people in this league, but Dan is someone that I respect and someone that I want to beat very badly, and we're gonna make it happen.
I like that he respects the game and he respects the game's history.
This is going to be a fight.
Dan Murrell's like a wooden nickel, okay? Primetime is the Bitcoin of the Schmoedown. His price is surging, and when he takes that belt, he's gonna be the gold standard.
Actually, Bitcoin is down this week.
Zipper, what did I
New person on the throne. I don't give up that. There's chaos going on in this league. It needs
Perfect.
at the top who can hold things together. That's what I'm here.
That was perfect. I love that.
What happened last time Dan played someone from the fan leagues? Oh, not 1 loss, 2 losses? He might be thinking the 3rd time's the charm, but your time's up. Prime time's now.
And another very well done promo by Eric Rodriguez.
Well, there you have it. Dan Murrell and Paul Oyama. Now, like I said before, Dan Murrell, actually, this will be the 5th time he's defended the belt.
Today.
If he wins today. No, but this is today.
Number 5.
But all time. However, he's only defended it once during this run, and the new commissioner, Robert Meyer Burnett, has now made a rule that you've got to defend that belt 4 times before you get an automatic rematch. So there's no automatic rematch for anybody if Dan Murrell loses.
The Emperor does not have new clothes. He's walking around the studio naked.
He really is. But But Dan Murrell, Paul Oyama, are you ready to get going? What's that tail of the tape? You got it?
I am very excited about the tail of the tape here today because if you look at a guy like Dan Murrell, you know he knows his way around Spielberg movies, and you know that he is a big fan of A Galaxy Far, Far Away, and of course I'm referring to Star Trek. With Paul Oyama, the guy's very good when you look at genres, when you look at either a comedy or an action flick. Oyama's got it.
Should just
The
say
breadth of
everything.
knowledge is the most
I feel like
important
that
thing
should
about
be it
movies
for both of them.
It's very hard for them
Everything.
to be a wheel slice they don't
Also
like.
everything.
That's right. All right. Well, with that, you ready to get going?
I think I just showed that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
You can feel the tension and the excitement in the crowd. It's in the air.
5 rounds for the movie trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. Introducing first, the challenger, representing the dungeon, led to the ring by his manager, Kaiser, with a record of 4 wins, no defeats, and 1 knockout. Primetime, Paul Oyama! And there he is, the challenger, the young challenger of the whole dungeon.
Fresh haircut.
Schmetz and Kaiser, this could be Kaiser's first championship.
Look at
This could be Kaiser's first championship as a manager.
he is wearing a shirt that represents the Iowa faction of the Slipknot fan base.
Yep.
Well,
Very
since that's where
nice.
Slipknot was
The
formed,
young challenger
that's a large
sits down.
portion of it.
It is
Yeah.
interesting you bring up Kaiser because this is a big matchup for the competitors, sure, but also manager of the year shades, baby.
Possible. Well, Roxy Stryer already has a title this year.
I brought you an extra toothpick, Alice, just to sway your vote.
Oh, there you go. What do you think?
I know how to chew and swallow my food, so no wooden instrument necessary.
And his opponent,
How does he just up and...
representing
He's a born comedian.
the 5 Horsemen, led to the ring by his manager, Tom Dagnino and Mark Riley, with a record of 12 wins, 4 defeats, and 8 knockouts.
So does it count as original music and not using copyrighted music if you just get someone to tweak the actual song and make their own version remix of it? It's because if so, our entrance music, if we ever play, is going to be a remix version of Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da. Why? Don't ask questions. Just go with it.
Is here.
The champ to an ovation, Mark Riley, the legend, Tom Dagnino, another manager of the year competitor. So a lot going on here in this matchup.
You talked about managers also. This is Dagnino's first manager with Dan as champion. He wants to make sure that he keeps it. And it's small fact.
Nice handshake.
Yeah,
between
yeah. Well,
Murrell
that's what
and
Dan
Oyama.
is. Dan's classy here, shaking the hand of the dungeon. Look at Kaiser and Dagnino. What's he saying to him?
He's whispering something he may be asking to borrow a toothpick, or he may be offering the toothpick he offered to me.
Whatever it is, I mean, nobody is in the favor of Robert Burnett, so it looks like everybody's going to be on the same page
You're
here.
a few ponies short of your stable, aren't you? Where's Roka watching CMT?
Time's up, sweatshop boys.
All right, so
representing
Still
Slipknot,
offensive.
the New York Mets,
Tom, that's
all-time great
offensive.
franchises.
All right, so Mark, the competitors have sat down. The managers, thank God, are out of the way, and
done.
now it is time to read the rules of round number 1 of this championship match.
I don't read them; they come from my head, and those rules are
So with that, we ask the champion, "Are you ready?"
Let's do this.
We ask the challenger,
Set your clocks. Let's do this.
"Let's get ready to Schmoedown." Here we go. Question number 1 in the realm of action adventure: who played Dr. Abigail Chase in National Treasure?
Secrets out in the studio. One sport coat between the two of us, and you draw the lucky number today.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're dressed classy.
5,
I'm dressed like the guy that helps you
4,
move.
3, 2, 1. We'll start with the champ.
I don't know. Put Charlize Theron, but I don't know.
It's incorrect, Paul.
Diane Kruger?
That's correct.
Diane Kruger. Diane Kruger. I do love Charlize Theron, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big
I wish it was her.
National Treasure guy.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Next
You're an
question
idiot.
is in coming of age movies.
I'm an idiot.
Coming of age films, and your question. Bo Burnham wrote and directed this 2018 coming of age film.
Huh.
It was never a genre like a blockbuster. You walk in, they never had coming of age.
Well, they might have. We
call
just
them
didn't see it.
dramas,
5,
right?
4, Depends on who you are. 3.
Comedy sometimes.
2, 1. Pens down. Paul.
Gucci, 8th grade.
Yes, and
Like and subscribe.
2, 1.
8th grade.
8th grade.
Okay. All right. Next question comes from animated. What popular animated characters had their own 2005 feature titled "The Curse of the Were-Rabbit"?
You got a family, right?
I think so.
What's the animated movie that y'all keep coming back to?
Well, Aladdin right now is everywhere. And live action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Dan Murrell.
They're delightful. Wallace and Gromit?
Yes, Paul.
Wallace and Gromit.
Correct.
Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit.
All right,
Gromit.
your next question comes in the world of
Wallace.
dramas.
No, I was doing a Wallace impression. No. Haven't watched them.
Wrong category, Christian. Shot your load early. Your question: Who
Wow.
played the
Oh my
racist
gosh.
deputy
Mark.
in 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri?
Did you see that movie?
I did, and I have a question
Yes.
for you. Is Ebbing a real town in Missouri? Do you know that?
I believe it is.
We should go. We should do a Schmoedown.
Sure.
Do a
5,
live Schmoedown.
It was a good movie.
4,
I liked it.
2, 1. Primetime.
Sam Rockwell.
Yes, Dan
There were a
Murrell.
lot of racists, but I picked Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell.
Racist
I almost thought Woody
Racist
Harrelson.
deputy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one was the
Fantasy sci-fi.
racist.
Fantasy
Racist.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
Who directed the 1987
Both racist.
sci-fi film RoboCop? RoboCop.
Why do I feel like we've heard this question?
Yeah.
You hear that they're going to use the suit in the
In what?
in the remake with the or the reboot 5.
They're rebooting RoboCop?
4, yeah, with the
Again?
3.
I've got.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
dumb.
spelling this right.
Pretty dumb. 1.
I think you said that last time, too.
Please, and
Maybe.
Dan Murrell.
Paul Verhoeven.
Yes, and Paul.
Paul Verhoeven.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul Verhoeven.
Okay.
Paul Verhoeven, whatever this says.
5-4.
He also directed the Oscar-winning Showgirls. Your next question.
Yes, he did.
From
Ooh.
the movie release dates
Yikes.
category. Movie release dates. Your query is: Good Night and Good Luck, Munich, and Brokeback Mountain all came out in what year? 3 movies, very different subjects.
Oyama's already done, and so is Dan.
Yeah, and we should point out at this point, Oyama throwing a perfect
Right now,
round
yes.
of order.
5-4. 5-4, yes. And 5,
So are we?
4, 3, 2, 1. We start with Paul Oyama.
Unfortunately, also crashed. 2005.
Yes, and Dan.
2005.
Correct.
2005,
6-5.
2004.
6-5 with a challenge.
Missed
Still
it.
holding that 1-point lead. Horror thriller is your next.
Yes.
Horror/thriller. What breed of dog terrorizes Dee Wallace in 1983's Cujo?
Great question.
I like it.
Like it a lot.
Of dog.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
So the answer is not Siamese.
Okay.
5, 4, 3,
Did I get it?
2, 1. Dan Murrell?
I prefer Beethoven, but it's a St. Bernard.
Yes, it is. Paul?
Didn't have it.
Didn't have
Ooh,
it.
Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard.
Crowd
Wow.
exploded with that one.
Well, because it was that perfect game, and now it's
Yeah.
even. It's even. It's that 1 point. You just
Ooh.
felt it. Wow. 6-6 as we get to our final question. No perfect round.
This
We're
might be
under one.
like a
All
match
right,
where that cost
and
him.
our next
Yeah.
question.
But you and I
It's true.
having a perfect match thus far, and we continue with Patreon questions. This comes courtesy of Schmoedown patron Jeremy Hastings. Thank you, Jeremy.
JTH. Hey, it's JTH.
Reaction videos too, by the way. They're really
Jeremy Hastings, a great fan, and you can be a great fan as well. Join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Select which tier is right for you. Maybe someday a sleeveless man will read your name during a match.
One can only hope.
Jeremy Hastings.
Yes,
one
things
of the
dreams
category
are made of right
are you
there.
guys ready? Comedies. That's what he wanted. That was. What great laughter. All right, and your question. In Monty
Sound
Python
like that.
and the Holy Grail, how many questions needed to be answered correctly in order to pass the Bridge of Death? The funniest film of all time. Do you ratify that claim?
No, but it's up there.
What do you got? Step Brothers?
Yeah, I'm going with maybe. No, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack's good.
Caddyshack's
Five,
pretty Naked Gun.
4,
Holy Grail is definitely up there.
1. Pens down, and we're going to go to you first, Mr. Oyama.
3.
Yes, it is.
Dan.
3.
Tie game.
3.
Wow, what a first round we had there with the challenger Oyama hanging toe-to-toe with the champ 7-7 as we get to round number 2, Mark.
I'm beating both of them.
This is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. The wheel emerges. You're going to see a bunch of different slices from different corners of the movie trivia Schmoedown galaxy. And as we see the wheel emerge, I will note to the competitors and all the fans watching out there, as well as to my compatriot Christian Harloff, there is no opponents and no spinner's choice on the wheel, as mandated by the current champion Dan Murrell. That is his right. So it is 12 different slices of movie trivia know-how.
well last time.
Each in front of him, he has the option to spin first, or you may defer to your bespectacled opponent.
Since I'm the old man in this match, I'll spend a little more time in my easy chair and have Paul go first.
Paul Oyama's going to get up there and spin from the wheel and off the pegs.
There's Paul. Paul's looking. What's he going to
Here he goes. That is a very colorful wheel.
It is indeed.
A lot of good stuff out there. Kaiser spotting him as he spins the wheel.
It's a big match for Kaiser, man. This is, again, first.
Gets him into that conversation.
Yeah, it does.
For
First time in the
manager.
league. I mean, he already had Smets in the number one contender. Here's Oyama in the championship match here. And what's going to happen? I think Oyama's already proven.
Round and round it goes. We could be looking at a Robin Williams.
No,
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. What are we going to do here on Quentin
Take
Tarantino?
Take it. Could be fun.
He's thinking about it, and Kaiser's still wondering who Quentin Tarantino is. He's going to take it.
All right, so the kid's going to take Tarantino.
Nice.
All right, so
Could be Star Trek questions in that category in the future. That would be weird. Yeah, it would be.
Matches passed.
All right, here we go.
Does this look like dead Klingon storage?
Paul, what actor, best known for roles in 80s and 90s television, played plantation owner Spencer Big Daddy Bennett in Django Unchained?
Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don Johnson.
Correct for 2 points.
Ooh.
Wow. Down to the wire. You ever see that Miami Vice Good show?
That's right.
Wow.
In Inglourious Bastards, what was Fassbender's Lieutenant Archie Hickok's profession prior to joining the British Army?
He gave movie reviews. Wait. Maybe a distant... Really? I don't know.
Multiple choice.
Was he A?
Did he give... Well, film critic.
Did
he give 3 movie reviews?
Cinema owner. D.
Yeah.
Did he give 3 movie reviews?
Good point.
Cinema owner?
It's incorrect. Dan, the choices are A, dairy farmer, B, film critic, C, cinema owner, D, soccer player.
He was a film critic.
That's correct for 1 point. Yep.
If you want to make it really hard, all the multiple choice answers should be something dealing with
Paul,
movies.
Michael
Movies.
Keaton appears in which Quentin Tarantino directed?
It was Jackie Brown.
Yes.
Playing the same character he played in...
Batman.
No.
Oh,
No.
darn it.
Jackie Brown?
Yeah.
2 points.
It's Elmore Leonard is the author of the books, and there was another movie. I forgot what it was off the top of my head.
Tarantino verse.
Yeah.
Which martial arts legend plays the sword maker Hattori Hanzo in Kill Bill?
Sonny Chiba.
Sonny Chiba?
Correct for 2 more points.
Wow.
So, one steal there.
I love him in that movie too.
Oyama's showing why he's in this match right now.
Spin the wheel. He wants to look for something that he's pretty good at here too, so he can get himself maybe a lead.
That's right. He could maximum of 8 points out there right now. But again, much like Murrell did to Oyama, stealing's available. So Oyama could be looking to pad his lead even.
Yeah, there was one point stolen from Oyama from the champion, and now he finds himself.
All depends on what he can get.
Let's see. You got to still be feeling pretty good if you're Oyama. 5 points over on the champ right now. It's like, and it just depends on what Dan hits here.
That's right. Round and round that wheel goes. He gave it a
Stock.
healthy
Lord, dude.
spin.
Saying the same thing as Ellis. They're just now.
Flintstone vitamin strong spin.
New releases.
New releases. Dan talks about movies a lot. Here comes Tom Dagnito to offer sage advice.
Now remember, Dan sees a lot.
Sage might be pushing it a little.
The words of wisdom.
I wouldn't use sage. Maybe thyme or oregano.
Yeah.
Salt.
I do like coriander, better known as cilantro.
So,
Paprika.
Dan Murrell trails by 5, and he's looking at 4 questions now, each one worth a maximum of 2 points. Your first one, Dan. Who directed Welcome to Marwen?
Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis.
2 points.
Yeah.
Nice.
I couldn't remember Robert for
I
some
was
reason.
completely blanking on that.
All right. right.
I was actually
so
thinking welcome to
Dan
Mooseport.
has cut the lead to 3.
I guess it's better than you
And your
blinking on
next
Robert.
Question in the world of new releases.
That would be
You
weird.
can find the character of Shank, voiced by Gal Gadot.
Ralph,
and her
Wreck-It
name,
Ralph 2, Ralph
Slaughter
Breaks the Internet.
Race. In what animated film?
Just trying to think. Break or Rex?
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Which one was it called, and which one should it have been called?
Yeah. I bet that's what's going through his head.
Yeah.
Your next question. Who plays Frank's wife Dolores in Green Book?
Linda Cardellini. Yeah.
Saw her at the premiere of Curse of La Llorona.
2 more points.
It's too easy. It is? Okay.
All right, and your last question. In Creed 2, who plays boxing trainer Tony Little Duke Evers?
Wood.
Yes. Yep.
I'm blanking on his first name.
I can provide that. Is it A, Russell Hornsby?
Wood Harris.
Wood
B,
Harris.
Coleman
That was his
Domingo,
first name.
C,
Wood
Michael
Harris.
Beach, or D, Wood Harris?
Woody Harrelson.
Wood Harris.
Yes, Woody
That
Harrelson
is correct. And
is
Dan
the
Murrell
son.
has a
My
2-point
goal,
lead. That's
my
one
goal,
of
whenever
those
you're
perfect
drinking
bet.
whiskey
Yeah,
now, is to try to see if I can make it shoot out of your nose, because
That's
that's gonna,
God, that would burn.
that's gonna be great for you.
It would also clear up any allergies I might be dealing with.
5 rounds in this.
That's the least of your worries at that
5
point.
big rounds.
Round number 3, which is the betting round. Mark, how's that go?
Get ready, gamblers. This is your round because the wheel's going to be spun points as you wager. If you get the question wrong, you lose that amount of points. So wager conservatively, perhaps.
It's
It's a championship match, Christian.
Well, the champ is going to get a chance to spin right now, and we'll find out exactly what they're going to be wagering on in just a moment as he gets up there. And here's the spin. The last time we'll see the wheel here today. That's rivaling a Clark Wolf spin.
You don't have to add a sound effect. It just sounds like there's a UFO outside.
Yeah, I know. Is that Area 51 raid going on right now?
I thought that was
'Cause
until like September, but apparently it's happening right now.
y'all probably won't hear it on the microphone, but yeah, it was just a weird sound that flew overhead.
It's like a low-flying plane or something.
I mean, they both know so much.
Gotta
about
get
so
them
many
aliens.
movies, But I see a slice coming through almost Star Trek.
Horror, stop.
Horror.
Yes!
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Just gonna keep it?
What are their strengths?
I guess I have to,
in horror?
because it's not.
So they're writing down their wager now. Please write
Can I
down
bet
your
all my
wager
points?
based on your drinking
I bet
category.
0. I bet 0
And,
points.
as
I
soon
bet
as you
3.
Write your wager down. You can just flip it over to make sure.
3?
Yep,
you can
that's
see
3
it.
points.
That's the number he wrote on there.
Here's your question.
I bet 0.
John
Not.
Franklin
Nope.
plays a sinister young preacher named Isaac Kroner.
Yes!
He's a cult that murders all the adults in the town of Gateland. In what film? Based on a Stephen King story.
You know, the way you asked that question, I felt like I was watching the film.
Thank you. That's the way I would picture it in a room.
It's not 3 points well
It was a
spent.
good elevator pitch.
5,
You don't know it?
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Yes.
It's horror. Do I ever know
John
horror?
Franklin
I
plays
mean,
a sinister young preacher named
what does that
Isaac
sound like
Kroner,
it could potentially
who
be?
leads a cult that murders all the adults in the town of Gatlin. In what film based on a Stephen King story?
Sounds like a horror movie to me. That's what it sounds like.
Midsummer. No.
Yeah, exactly. That would be under new releases, not horror.
You opened too
Well,
fast.
could be under horror also.
5,
I don't know if it'd be there yet.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Dan. How many points?
1 point.
And
Children of the Corn.
how many points, Paul?
2.
And you said
Sleep Talkers.
you're incorrect. Dan is correct. Dan
Children of the Corn.
Ah, that makes sense.
And that's what happens in
'Cause
the
all the
betting round.
adults-
Christian, what a swing. Dan Murrell now has a 5-point lead. Paulo Oyama so close because the answer is Children of the Corn, but I will point out in the film Sleepwalkers, somebody gets stabbed with a stalk of corn.
That's right.
It
You're
happens.
right. You're absolutely right.
It happens.
But because of it now, the champion sees himself with a 5-point lead as we get into this speed round. Oyama needs to have a great round here because the betting round just set him back tremendously.
Yeah.
And
But you want to talk about how to catch up in a championship format?
round.
Look no further than round number 4. As Christian said, that is the speed round, the lightning round. The buzzers are coming out, and it is about to get exciting.
It was good, though. All right, so we'll ask first the champion. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Challenger, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Here we go. Daniel Craig took on the role of 007.
Casino Royale.
Yes.
Correct. For the first time in what 2006 James
Forgot we're on
Bond?
the speed round.
Question 2. Name the film from the following characters.
Shawshank.
Haywood, Warden Norton,
Yep.
Captain Hadley.
I know
Randy Rhoads.
Shawshank.
Dan.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
Yep.
Question 3. Who directed Wall Street?
Alderson.
Stone.
Yes.
All right. 4-point game. 2 questions remain.
Who played ballerina Nina Sayers?
Paul.
Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nice.
Swan Queen and Black Swan. We have
Do I
one
need to wait
more.
for the
Paul
movie title
can,
on that one?
Pulled to within 2 points going into round 5.
Which one of the following actors has not played Hamlet in a film? Kenneth Branagh, Josephine, or Mel Gibson?
Joseph Fiennes.
Paul.
Joseph Fiennes.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
There he is.
Good speed round.
Voldemort.
Finds himself within 2 now, and now
Well,
it's a game
I know
once again.
Mel
He was
Gibson.
down
Wait, I was
I know
thinking
five
Hamlet.
now,
Hamlet. Yeah.
going in 2 points.
I'm his
into
brother.
the
I'm quoting
final
Clueless.
round
Well,
here.
I
Mark,
know
this is a good
Mel
spot to
Gibson,
be
and
for
Hamlet
Paul
never
Young.
said that.
You know, I don't want to sign us up for the psychic
I was thinking his
advisor
brother,
hotline,
not
but we kind of foretold this, where we said, look, Dan got a lead, but this is the lightning round, and Paul Oyama, true to form, he's
Brother
quick,
Mort.
he's youthful, he's got energy on his
gonna
side,
drive this one
and
into
he
the ground.
really was fast on the buzzer
Yeah.
with the hands and the movie trivia know-how. It's now a 2-point game, and like you said, anybody's match. This is the championship level contention that we were hoping to get.
All right, so now we get to the 5th and final round, the championship round here. Mark, how does it work?
In maybe a future champion, Dan Murrell, you're the current champion, and you have a 2-point lead, so you're going to give us your series of numbers first. What feels lucky, sir?
6, 13, and 1.
6, 13, and 1 for the champion. For the challenger,
8, 17, and 11.
8, 17, and 11 for the
Some solid
for the
number
challenger.
picks there.
And we start with
Numbers.
the challenger who took category number 8 to start off here. Category number 8, war movies. War movies. Paul, who directed the 1987 film Empire of the Sun?
Spielberg.
Good boy, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Tie it up.
It's like Christian
Dan,
Bale's first
close
movie, I
personal
believe.
friends with Dan Murrell. That's right.
Not the Newsies?
All right,
No.
so now we shift to
Before
Dan,
Newsies.
who chose category 6.
That's right, Dan. You picked category number 6, and this is your 2-point
You know who else was in Newsies?
Nope.
And your 2-point question is going to come from
Leave
the
that one
category
alone.
of Pixar movies. And your question: Emperor Zurg is the arch nemesis.
Buzz Lightyear.
of which
To the
Pixar
rescue!
Buzz Light.
character? To infinity and beyond.
All right.
2-point lead once again for Dan Murrell. Back to Oyama for his 3-point.
Back to Oyama for category number 17 is what you chose, and that's the category of the 2000s. The 2000s. All right. Here we go. Here's the next question. In adaptation, who plays Susan Orleans, author of the nonfiction book, The Orchid Thief, that is being turned into a film?
Meryl Streep.
That's correct.
Meryl Streep.
All right.
There you go. He knows what the fans like. There they are. There they go.
And now we get to Dan Murrell. Dan Murrell's 3-pointer,
Fantastic.
which
He
is
selected
category 13.
number 13. That's
I'd
right.
love to
Dan
do that.
Marino's famous Dolphins
Meryl
number,
Streep.
and that corresponds to your 3-point question.
You're an idiot.
Dan. We're looking at the category of animated movies,
Oh, we did that at
animated
Houston.
films, and your
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
question,
did.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, which Pixar film features the vocal talents of Brad Garrett and Janine Garofalo?
Pixar film. Is that Ratatouille?
Maybe?
5, 4, 3.
Oh no,
Monsters, Inc.
Finding Nemo.
Looking for Ratatouille.
Oh, it is Ratatouille.
You're right
okay.
first time.
All right, so we come down to this. Dan Murrell has to hit his 5-pointer. If he hits his 5-pointer, then it'll bounce back to Oyama for his 5. However,
it's coming
if
down to it.
Dan Murrell misses the 5, Paul Oyama is the new movie trivia Schmoedown champion, and Dan chose category number 1.
Is he still going to be number 1 is the question, and that number 1 corresponds to the category of
Can we just have like
Bio.
Ellis just doing riffs?
He's my spirit animal.
biopics. And your question for 5 points and a 4-point lead over Paul Oyama is: who plays astronaut Ed White, Neil Armstrong's friend and neighbor in First Man?
Jason Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was out like grilling with them or whatever. Talking about missions.
5, 4, 3.
Come on, Mr. Damien Chazelle.
Yeah, right.
First one.
Do that.
Hey, it's not La La
Who
Land.
plays astronaut Ed White?
Keep in mind, I've seen First Man once. I've seen La La Land countless times.
First Man.
Come on, Dan. Jason Clark.
Dan, this is your belt, man. I didn't do that on purpose.
Can't help yourself, huh?
5,
I didn't do it on purpose.
3.
I'm not going to draw this out. Giovanni or BC, I don't know.
And your
Whoa!
winner and new movie trivia
Oh, dude.
Primetime
The Dungeon's got a belt now.
Oyama
Wait, Dan just lost a belt.
Yeah.
is the youngest movie trivia Schmoedown champion. The answer,
Dude, Jason Clark.
Jason Clark
Looking for
was the
Jason
answer.
Clark.
Jason Clark was the answer.
Wow, what a contest.
Paul Oyama takes it. My God, and he earned it. He earned
Look,
it there
Smets took the
because
hood off.
He took it. Look, Dan said it. He didn't draw it out. He didn't know. He didn't know it, and that was it. Paul Oyama's going to New York. Paul Oyama will be defending the championship against either Ben Bateman, Kalinowski, or Snyder. The champion is Paul Oyama. He is still not lost. He is the youngest champion this league has ever seen.
Wow.
He has never lost a match. And look at that kid. He's super excited. He is now the movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world.
You know, Christian, you give him all those accomplishments, the
Yeah.
kid might get a big head. He might have to get a bigger pair of sunglasses because this guy, he is clearly ready for his nickname, Primetime. And you go back to round number 3, where Dan Murrell just runs through the betting round. Now he's got a 5-point lead, but that betting round, that speed round, we've seen time and time again, fortunes change hands so quickly.
Wow.
Oyama got himself back in the ball game, poised to pounce, and he
crazy.
did just that against maybe the greatest player in Schmoedown history.
Ever, and it was back and forth. It was a fight that they were. I mean, you looked what Dan did in the first round, coming back. Then he was up by 5. Paul Oyama had the speed round is what really saved him for sure. And Dan, missed with the 3 and the 5, and that's all she wrote. As Paul Oyama only had to hit his 2, or excuse me, his 2 and his 3, and he now stands as the movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world. He is Paul Oyama.
I mean,
All right,
seriously,
so
wow.
Paul Oyama is now the movie trivia Schmoedown champion, but once again, the legend Dan Murrell. Remember this too that we haven't brought up. Now, this is not necessarily that he's going to use this. He still's got his title shot.
He's got it in his back pocket still.
We don't know. Is he going to use that for this? Will he use it for teams? We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we'll get a little bit of that information now from Emma Fife, who is now with the Horsemen, with Mark Riley, Tom Dagnino, and the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion Dan Murrell. Take it away, Emma.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Emma Fife here with Tom Dagnino, Mark Riley, and Dan Murrell, what is president of the Horseman faction here today. Dan, tough loss, man, really.
I lost it. Just straight out, like, just didn't know it. I mean, there's no other storyline to go with it. I just straight up didn't know the answers, and I played a little tight. I played, I was lucky enough to have a lead. I played a little, I wouldn't call it conservatively, but strategically in the early rounds. I don't think that would have changed the result. I left 8 points on the table in the final round. I don't think any change in my betting or speed round performance would have changed that. I don't think there's any asterisks. I didn't know as much as he did.
Sometimes you just get questions you don't know the answer to, and that's where we are.
Jeez,
Tom, are you
that's
disheartened
crazy.
by this loss today? The Horsemen have been having a little bit of a time lately.
Yeah, I mean, to say we didn't need a win here would be crazy. We put our best player in there, and unfortunately it didn't happen. I mean, look, I had a great speed round, and I thought we had a nice 6-7 point lead, and he didn't waver, and he won fair and square. Congrats to the whatever their names are, the sweatshop boys.
The dungeon, but I think that there is some truth in what you say there, probably. Well, Dan Murrell, we have seen you
Bottom
come
line,
back from defeats before,
he lost.
though, so I have a feeling you're going to go home and watch some Pixar movies.
I had 2 areas of interest that I was going to focus on for this match, and Pixar was the one I didn't choose. I don't know if that would have changed it. Paul knows a lot. He obviously knew the answer to my Pixar question, which it's always great to hear that from an opponent at the table. I appreciate being dunked on like that when I'm not winning, so that's always lovely. But yeah, it's literally you have the vast knowledge of cinema to pull from. You can only study as much as you can study. You can only prepare as much as you can prepare. Sometimes you just hit a damn question you just don't know.
That is definitely what happened here today. I think that this has done
You need to hit those Dan
your
questions.
splendid reputation here in the Schmoedown, Dan.
I will say
This will get old.
I am
I promise.
5-0, run to the belt. Obviously, I know what that's like. That is super impressive, and I think Paul is a young
And
player.
not
both
tomorrow,
in age, which
but
makes you
soon.
even older, and
Maybe
in this
next
game,
week.
What I will say, if I was
Not
gonna
likely.
offer a piece of unsolicited advice, would
Since
be,
they're replaying the
that,
the San Diego
the run,
Live next week.
You've won. So the underdog stories are over. The days when people are underestimating you are over. The days when someone's gonna sleep on you and not think that you're someone that could be underestimated and ignored is over. Heavy lies the head that wears the crown or the belt in this case. So my advice to Paul would be get ready, because there's no more underdog story anymore. The underdogs are the ones that are coming for you, and they're coming for you every single game.
Very well said, Dan Murrell.
Good point.
Yeah.
It's easier to become a star than to stay one. So we'll
I think
see
that's
what
the
we
first time my cat
We'll
has
see,
walked
and
under
we
our
will
legs
see
while
what
we
he
sat
has to
here
say
on
about
camera.
his victory here
That was a
today
little
in just
weird.
moment.
I mean, did you expect anything more from Dan Murrell?
What a great statement by Dan Murrell, and then a post-credit scene by Tom Dagnino.
Right.
And I think that Murrell makes a very good point when he says heavy lies the head that wears the crown. It's not a crown, it's a belt, but it's the same situation, is that now everybody knows that Paul Oyama is the top of the mountain. And I think you see this time and time again in sports, is that you have a run that it's easier to get to number one and get on top than it is to stay on top. Paul Oyama's got a storied career to be had in the Schmoedown, and this is just another step, but will this be the last step before he takes a step back?
Well, you look at what the kid's done already, too. You know, he is 5-0, and we haven't seen that in a long time. 5-0 to the belt. The last person to go 5-0.
This is how we react to cat hair in our faces.
Season was the former
on the marker.
champion Mark. So this is another rookie. Now, he is the youngest champion to ever hold it. The Dungeon is riding strong here with the championship, but Dan Murrell said it right. You already have Kalinowski, you already have Snyder, and another horseman, Ben Bateman, all eyeing down. I'm sure Emma Fife is going to ask about that New York event that happens on August 31st. So there's a lot of things happening here, but she is with the brand new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Primetime, Paul Oyama.
And we are back with the youngest Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion in Movie Trivia Schmoedown history, Paul Oyama. You must be feeling pretty proud of your accomplishments today.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I've been working for this for a long time, and I knew that I was ready for it. My faction mates did as well. They believed in me just as they should.
Got that gold on his shoulder.
But yeah, this is, I mean, the biggest moment of my career thus far.
Now, going into the speed round, you were down by quite a lot. Were you feeling sort of nervous, or did that just make you kind of put your nose to the grindstone and go, okay, here is where I need to make up the point deficit?
No, I knew that as long as I ended the speed round within 5 points, that I think it was pretty manageable. Because anything can happen on a 5-point question. They can be tough. So yeah, I just came in prepared, and I just figured I would play my game. If he got to the buzzer first, so be it. But I was going to be quick on that, and it paid off, I guess, eventually at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Now, Kaiser, you must be feeling pretty proud of your young protege's victory here today, assuming he is your protege. You just kind of came in and claimed him, so there's that.
Well, first of all, Emma, I was just texting with the mayor. We're trying to figure out a good date to have a parade here in downtown Los Angeles. You are invited. You can ride in the car with me and Prime.
Oh, boy.
You know, the pundits got it all wrong. You know, the pipsqueaks out there, they want to write all this horse crap about me not being a good manager. You got the crew on Collider Live. They don't know their butts from a hole in the ground. They want to flap about how bad a manager I am. Well, how's that for bad managing? Because it's prime time. He's 5-0. He fears no man
manager
or
of the
woman
year.
in this league. And I want to just get him to the next
Right
match.
there.
Let's get it on. Who are we facing next? Are you even the commissioner?
I'm temporarily demoted, I guess. Here I am. Well, I mean, obviously there is the big New York event that's coming up that you'll now be participating in.
Very well liked in New York.
Great. I guess they don't know you all that well in New York. Yeah, so what's your strategy going forward to prepare for that event?
Well, clearly sending him out to the monastery worked. I got the monks and the Shaolins and all those guys. They know how to put him through the good training. So maybe we'll send you back out for another run. But, you know, we got the Smasher and the Zip here. They've been nothing but great partners. They've been quizzing this kid day and night. These guys work together. They're a great team. And I think everyone's gone out there and proved it. Our record proves it. Smash is on his way back. Zip's on a run. I'm looking forward to the dungeon. But right now, we got a new champion of the world. And I told you that it was prime time. I told you it was going to happen.
Well, you said it, and it turns out you weren't just running your mouth, because here we are. So congratulations to you again, Paul. Paul, how are you feeling about going to New York?
Prepared. I mean, I just played Dan Murrell, and with all due respect to anyone I might be playing, they're not Dan Murrell. I'm going to come prepared all the same, But
I
this
mean,
is where the actual
got a
matches start. I think, in a way.
That's
defending the belt
1%
is a
cocky
little
and
bit of a beast,
99%
kinda Dan mentioned,
truth.
and yeah, I'll be ready.
I mean,
I hope they come ready because I'm defending this thing.
And who do you hope they are?
I don't care.
It's Bateman, the Men's Warehouse model. I don't care who you put up there. Kalinowski, whatever. Just get somebody to New York.
Wow.
Because I'm really hungry. I want cannolis. I want that pizza. I haven't had that in a while living out here in LA.
Ben got an upgrade. No longer a JCPenney suit model. He's now working with Men's Warehouse. So congratulations again to you, Paul. I mean, this is a tremendous achievement, and we look forward to seeing you defend that belt in New York in August. Now back to you, Mark and Christian.
Well, there he is, Mark, the new movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, the youngest champion we've ever seen, 22 years old. Primetime, Paul Oyama. Better never change that song. What a great song that is.
It's a good tune, Christian, but I'm watching this interview and I'm just thinking, like, it's not even a celebration for them today where they're just so focused on the live event in New York, and I think that that's really where your mind goes. And if I'm coaching Paul Oyama or his manager, I'm saying, look, kid, take some time to enjoy this because you don't know if you're ever going to see that belt again when you have to defend it. So take some time to just appreciate what you've been able to achieve in your young career before you start thinking about the live fans and the cannolis and the pies and all that stuff.
You're 100% right because look at what the former champion Dan Murrell just said. There's going to be people coming after that belt tomorrow. I mean, now you look at already because they're going to want to knock this kid off of his perch. You got Bateman or Snyder or Kalinowski. Any one of those guys is going to want to be coming for him, right? Too. But then again, Dan Murrell, he still has that shot. Dan Murrell, if he wanted to, could go to New York, wait for him to play one of those guys, and then play him right afterwards.
He could make us stay here and do a rematch. I mean, the guy controls our fate a little bit too.
You're absolutely right. If Dan Murrell wanted to, he could say, let's just do it all again right now. But either way, Dan Murrell is out there with that shot. But Paul Oyama is the man with the belt at the moment. But tomorrow is the big event in Comic-Con. If you're going to be at Comic-Con, make sure that you get your tickets. You don't have to have a ticket or badge to the actual Comic-Con convention, but you can come see us Saturday. That's tomorrow night. Rachel the Crusher Cushing puts the Inner Geekdom Championship on the line as she goes head-to-head with Mike Kalinowski for the belt. The Smasher, Kevin Smets, goes up against the Haymaker, Adam Lavick. That will also be available for the live stream. If you want to get that right now. You can still get it. That is the Schmoedownlive.com to get that event. But August 31st, if you're going to be in New York, you can see the new champion, Paul Oyama, defend that championship against either Ben Bateman, Snyder, or Kalinowski, so get your tickets now.
The Schmoedownlive.com is the place to be, and also check out TriviaSD.com. That's the latest for all the updates, the rankings, all sorts of goodies on there, courtesy of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Check out the Facebook page as well, and obviously enjoy us wherever you enjoy your podcast in audio form. Thanks to our friends at Himalaya.
If you're not going to leave us alone, you're going to be on camera.
Yeah,
deal with it.
Quite a lightning round, quite a betting round, and obviously you had a belt change hands. These live events are going to be fun, but
the live events going to be really
no other reactor has a cat
also,
on
make sure you go
camera,
to Apple
so
Podcast, listen to any one of our shows
that's
here.
a big selling point.
Just by going to the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Subscribe.
Christian
Subscribe for more of the
you
cat.
You get to see my cat.
Sam.
Oh, here it goes.
I'm your new boss. Sure. Well, I'm taking over the singles competition. Go right ahead. I'm going to change the rules. Change whatever you want. Well, I think I want this office.
Yeah. All yours, buddy. See you in 30 days. Don't let the place burn down.
Bye, Lola.
Let's cause chaos.
All right.
I love Sam.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good. Have fun.
Change whatever you want.
I'll come back once you're done, and then we'll see what's left.
Good Lord, there's a lot of cat hair flying around. I'm just covered in it. Anyways, cat hair aside, if it will go.
This is a big title match that just happened, and we're having to deal with cat hair now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well.
No. Huge deal. Youngest competitor in history, Schmoedown history, to have the belt just happened. Chance is now upset because it's Paul Oyama.
And you know what else just happened? 20,000 new people just joined the fan leagues.
Yeah, pretty much. What? You mean I actually have a shot at getting a belt on the Schmoedown now?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do. Be good at trivia.
So...
That's at least a piece of it, anyway.
Yeah. So, while we're sitting here talking about the fan leagues, go check out, what is it, Full Metal Trivia?
Full Metal Trivia, the big one right now is now that Movie Trivia Face-Off on the Patreon.
Which you can only get into and join if you're a member of the Patreon, and you can get onto the Patreon Discord.
That means at least $2 to donate for their Patreon, and you can talk to DJ Snacks over there about getting on the Movie Trivia Face-Off.
Yeah, so there's places if you want to participate, if you want to play movie trivia yourself with maybe, hopefully a shot, if you're good enough, of being in Christian Harloff's eyeline to be selected to be on the Schmoedown, then there's how you can do it as well.
Just be good. Be good and be a good character.
Yeah.
You'll get there. No, but I mean, this is an amazing, amazing thing that we just saw.
Multiplex, I forgot to mention that one too. I want to make sure we mention Full Metal Trivia, Multiplex, and the Movie Trivia Face-Off.
There's a lot of them.
Got them.
Yeah. That is an amazing thing that just happened, though. I mean, not only did we see Oyama take the belt and be the youngest champion ever, he took it off of Dan. That's a huge deal. It's Dan. Dan is the GOAT. That's it. That's a huge deal.
Does that mean we gotta start calling Oyama the GOAT?
No, not at all. Not gonna happen.
Now he needs to defend that thing a couple of times before we start throwing around that GOAT title.
Yeah, let's not use the term GOAT too loosely here. I mean, you got Dan.
Dan may have lost the belt. He didn't lose the GOAT.
Yeah, he hasn't lost the GOAT yet. So I mean, yeah, big deal. That was awesome. New York is going to be great now. I mean, again, you have Bateman, Snyder, or Kalinowski who are going to be taking on that singles belt.
Mm-hmm.
And Kalinowski right now is already on a path for the team's belt. So that's a huge thing.
Bateman's probably one of the more up and coming forerunners of the Horsemen.
Yeah, but the big, again, on Kalinowski, the big thing with that is not determining that you're going to get this out tomorrow, but at this point, tomorrow is the live event for Comic-Con. Kalinowski's going to be taking on Rachel for the Inner Geekdom belt.
And by the time you see this, he may or may not be the Inner Geekdom champion.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, he's on fire right now that he could actually beat Rachel this time, which is a hard thing to do.
Which, if he beats Rachel and then he's also able to take the singles championship from Oyama, he will be the first. Well, he'll be the first person who's double belted with a singles championship.
No,
as one of the belts.
No.
Who else?
Sam Levine.
Was it? Oh yeah, he was a singles champion.
Singles and teams.
For some reason, I got that confused with the teams.
He's just so enamored with Paul's win right now that he can't remember.
Dude,
his history, right?
that's just insane. That was a great performance by Oyama.
But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Yeah, hopefully that those Comic-Con matches were good because we got our boy Smets in there too, facing down Glavik.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing I want to hit on real quick if we can. Is that the Dungeon now has a belt. That's a big win for Kaiser.
Yeah. So back to the subject of Manager of the Year, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, we were hoping it was going to be Smets, but I mean, Smets is going to beat Glavik. I mean, I'm just predicting that right now. Sorry, Adam. Smets is going to beat Glavik at Comic-Con, and if he doesn't, he's going to. Then he's on the road again for facing down Kalinowski or Rachel or whoever's got the Inner Geekdom belt then.
And I would love to see Smets versus Kalinowski too. Oh, that's going to be the rematch of all rematches.
And then what happens if Oyama and Zipper rise up the ranks in teams? And then the Dungeon has all three belts.
That will be the first time one faction has had all the belts.
And then what if, not yet, what if Smets gets on his Star Wars studying
and takes the Star Wars
and
belt?
Takes on Damon and becomes the first person to be able to beat Damon?
So here's the thing. Everything else we've said is, I believe, within the realm of possibility.
That one's hard.
Taking on Damon,
that one's hard.
I mean, Damon's fought against Ken Knapsack. Damon has technically fought against Sam Witwer.
Once, yeah.
Technically.
And yeah.
That's going to be very hard. And if Smets pulls that off, Smets will be the GOAT of pretty much the entire Schmoedown ever.
It's a little hyperbolic, but...
Yeah. But we believe in you, Smets. You can do it.
But since we're big fans of the dungeon over here, yeah. A couple dungeon
That's
heads.
the problem. We're like really big fans of the dungeon, I would say personally, but I don't want it to make it sound like we're biased against them. Like
no, we've talked about this before. We like everybody.
We absolutely love everyone.
We love everybody who's involved in the Schmoedown. Everyone's great players, but yeah, we have a little bit more affinity for the dungeon for some reason. Oh, because Kaiser's amazing. That's why.
Kaiser's awesome. Smets is fantastic. It's just Zipper's a blast.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that's going to be our reaction to this title match. Man, that was good. What did you think of the title match? Are you guys as shocked as we are that Oyama got the belt from Dan? What? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about our reaction. Also, we're always taking feedback over here.
Let us know what you think. If there's anything we need to change, improve on, please let us know. By the end of this year, I want some improvements to our videos, and I want some fan feedback on that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Make sure you hit like on this video as well. Also, above our heads, there is the subscribe button, as it's always there. And over here off to the side are a couple other videos. They're always there too. And as always...
Yeah, that was one small step for Dan and one giant leap for the fans.
Yep, first man. Yep, later.
See ya. People often argue, are we in the good timeline or the bad timeline? Well, we're in the prime timeline now.